Hi everyone, I'm Krylios, Team Rayceen MC and producer, and I'm here with Rayceen Pendarvis and our guest from HeadCount, Chris Reed. Welcome.
Hey,
We are so happy to have you, Chris Reed from HeadCount. And HeadCount is such a wonderful and an amazing organization. And we just want to say before we begin, thank you for always being at the Ask Rayceen show, making sure people are registered to vote, how to know to vote, where to go to vote, and all of the information. But
As well as what's important is they can text Team Rayceen to 40649. That is TEAMRAYCEEN to 40649. That is 40649. Now, Chris, yes. So, Chris, now tell me how you've been dealing with this pandemic overall, by the way.
well, I mean, our voter reg has gone digital for the foreseeable future. It's a pretty inopportune time for a pandemic in a presidential election year, but we're doing our best. I mean, you might recall back in 2016, 40% of the eligible voting population didn't show up at the polls. So we're trying to decrease that number, which is tricky when people can't physically go to the polls due to a virus. But the good news is that DC, Maryland, and Virginia all have no excuse absentee ballots. So you don't even have to make up a reason. You can just request an absentee ballot. Virginia's already had the primaries. DC's coming up, both DC and Maryland are coming up on June 2nd. So the deadline to request for DC is May 30th and Maryland is May 26th. So I'd highly recommend doing that to get yourself checked out. The number you said, texting Team Rayceen, 2 words, Team Rayceen, to 40649, that will send you a link that will allow you to check and make sure you're registered at your current address, which that part's important. It will allow you to actually register or update your address, update your party, and then you can also pledge to vote there. So one-stop shop. In addition to that, if you go to our website, headcount.org/vote-from-home, you can look up the rules for every single state in the union, as well as request absentee ballots for the state that you live in. So we're trying to make it easy, trying to help everybody protect their health while still exercising their right as an American citizen.
Oh, awesome. And I mean,
it's so important. It's so important people exercise the right. And for those who are in the district primarily, how can they, where should they go if they want to know about absentee vote? Where should they go? Because some folks are not computer savvy.
Well, if they're not computer savvy, I mean, if you text in that number and find out if you're registered to vote, it will tell you when it confirms that you're registered to vote, it tells you where your polling place is and everything. You can also go to your state board of elections. Visiting our website is probably the easiest because we have every state broken down there. You just click on your state. It has a giant button that says request absentee ballot. DC, you can actually subscribe to have all of your ballots absentee, where they will just mail you every year. So if you can get over that first hurdle of getting on the computer, you could be set indefinitely in the district for not having to touch another public pen or for the foreseeable future.
Call me old-fashioned, but I love going to the polls. I love standing in line.
Get the sticker.
I love exercising that right. About that little sticker. I like to ride the bus, go to work. I love everyone to see my I voted sticker.
And you know, and especially this year, I'm just so glad that all these measures are in place, and hopefully, you know, everyone knows them, everyone follows through with them, because this year is one of the most important years. We have a general election plus this pandemic going on at the same time, it is probably the most pivotal point, you know, this decade, right at the start of the decade. So it's so glad having you join us today, Chris Reed. Thank you so much. And, you know, thanks for being an important part of the Ask Rayceen show.
Oh, we love coming. I mean, I bummer. I mean, that's where the bummers is seeing you guys the first Wednesday of every month. And, well,
we'll be back. We will be back.
Yes, we will.
I mean,
we don't know when. We will be back.
Yeah, my living room's only so exciting.
How about that?
I'll be back out there.
Yes, for for what are some of the most challenging things that have occurred during this time for you?
Oh, I mean, I'm pretty set. It's mostly just overcoming the hurdles of taking everything to the digital realm. So, I mean, we as an organization, we're trying to pivot and engage with the artists, because we're partners with many artists, but we go on tours and we're like at the shows engaging fans. So we're trying to find new digital platforms to engage with the artists and help them engage with their fans, and even down to just having Zoom meetings all the time as opposed to meeting in person has become, it took some adjustment to get
it does. It's a whole new platform. It's a whole new way of staying connected. Even though we're alone together, we are still finding ways to stay together.
And engaging with the volunteer base, like trying to send out monthly newsletters just to say, we're still here. Like, what we're doing is important. You can still register people to vote. Just, you're not going to go out to the streets and do it because they're not going to touch your clipboard. You got to engage digitally and find new ways to do it through social media and things like that.
Definitely. Well, as per usual, we are just so glad that you are an important part of the Ask Rayceen show. And thank you so much for joining us today and letting everyone know how they can vote. Rayceen, take us out.
All right. And most of all, to all of our viewers, thank you for watching.